Let's see. Am I audible? Okay, let's see here. Let's pull up this on my end. You can't hear the like furnace in the background, can you at all? That's cool. That's good. I can't hear you. I know you can hear me very well, but I can't hear you. Oh, I'm actually I'm setting up so I can see myself over here. Wow. So is my audio actually coming through on the real stream? Oh, let me try unmuting it. See what comes up there. Anything? Okay, I think. Why do I have such a choppy delay thing going on here? Let's see. If we keep going, is it going to be good or is it going to be not so good? The question is, am I going to freeze up or am I good to not freeze up? Because I don't want to be doing this. Where did I put my Steam controller at? Let's see if there's a way I could arc this up a little bit higher. Maybe with some of these pieces. Okay. So, hey all here. Okay, so I think that's a good enough angle there. Oh shoot, I just pop out the chat. Let's see here. I can put the chat over here. And then can I get the actual stream link? Copy that there. We're gonna paste and go here. And I'm just gonna stop that over there. Put this into theater mode. Shift that over there. And if I'm building right now, like this, how does that look? Oh gosh, I'm probably gonna need these instructions to be bigger for me. Let's see, how's that if I move it like that and like that? Okay, I think that works. Where the hell's my Steam controller at? Okay, definitely not doing that one. There's a bit of a delay down here because I've got like the jankiest. Ignore that one. Gonna be that one. You know what? I probably just actually need these directions opened up on here too. Hmm. I don't really have enough screens down here. That's kind of a problem, you know? What kind about my audio quality here? Does it sound better if I get close? How about that? Does that sound better? Well, it's definitely quieter. How about this one instead? How does this sound? Is it a result of the heat being on, maybe? Who knows? Oh my god, that furnace is killing me. But that's okay. Hmm. Hmm. Did something different. Did if I no, if I do that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right, let's give this a shot here. Let's go back over to the live streaming over here. And shoot, where do I go here? Here. Okay, I think I am live now. And then I can pop out the chat over here. I think that works. Okay, all right. Hey, let's get building some of these trees here. So this first one I've got has these funky kind of pinkish leaves on it. And let's see how this goes together on our instructions. Right here, we got this little brown thing here. That one's there. I kind of wish the directions showed you all sides of the tree, but I guess it looks like it's really just the same thing, kind of mirrored on both sides here. So maybe we'll do one like that. Should get the job done. Then we're on to the second step here. We pop in. Oh, how do these go here? Not that it really matters too much because it's just a tree. Doesn't have to be perfectly following the directions. We're just going to take these little archways. We're going to fan them out. One in each direction here. Keep these nice and tight. And we put these branches up on top. It's a bit of a satisfying click. And we have another one right here. Okay, so far, so good. Let me scroll down to our next step so you guys can follow along. Okay, let's see here. How am I? It's a little bit too in focus. There we go. Seems like a better distance. Okay, step 3. Nice and simple. Grab a couple of blocks, smash them together, smash them on top of the tree. It's looking a lot more stable now. And then, oh, wait, skip the step. Wow. Wow, already. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so hang on. So these actually, we don't put those 2 blocks on first. It's probably the big thing about everything I ever get from AliExpress is the directions. They just take like, I feel like what Lego would have as like 10 steps, AliExpress will do in like 3. And then it's just kind of funky because sometimes it's like these directions aren't even sent to me in print. These ones are just electronic PDFs. So I don't exactly know why we need to be so stingy with the step count. Okay, so we add another level of branches going up first. They can be part of a build. So these are going to be, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos on my channel, but these are just going to go onto my Lego war game at various points. I want to make kind of some areas look a little bit more foresty than how they look right now, which is to say not very foresty at all. Add a little bit of details. Yeah, largely just background. But the big thing is when you put these down on some spaces and whatnot, they end up taking up spaces and obstructing view. So they become kind of part of the battlefield, but they're not going to be part of a large build in particular. But God, I got so many trees here. It's kind of crazy. And some bushes and some other stuff. Really, I was kind of tired of how like boring and flat my board looks for the most part. Let's see. Let me scroll down. Try to get steps 5 and 6 up here. Altogether, though, I mean, I like the way these little guys look. Trees are just something I have no patience to design myself. They're just kind of, they're a little bit boring to me. And so many people have already done it. It's like, why even bother? Oh my God, though, this direction, though, what's even happening here with these leaves? There's 6 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what the heck are you doing? Yeah, they're gonna replace those like really old. I don't know if they're gonna necessarily replace those really old kind of retro-y Lego trees that are just 1 block. They're definitely gonna go in that spot, but I got trees for various points. So the area where the elves have their little Sylvan outpost, I'm gonna put some trees around there. I got some trees that are gonna go in the swamp. I can't actually remember where I was gonna put these kind of pinkish trees. I can't remember if I was gonna put them by the elves or even over in Legna where the merchants are, because I kind of use these old Ninjago buildings over there, and I think that kind of these different leaf colors would look good over there with that sort of fall aesthetic. I had a plan when I ordered these. I know I did, but I don't really know what that is anymore. Gosh, I can't even make heads or tails of where this goes. So they go on this branch here. Clearly, it starts. Okay, so I think it's one like this, and one next to that like this. Oh. All right, I think I'm so far so good here. Yeah, so the swamp witch area, I got different trees for that. I got some that are sort of like they're like kind of like windy, sort of wrappy trees. I tried to think of like what would be the kind of trees I would see in a swamp, and then I ended up just Googling swamp trees because I didn't really know what what I would expect to see in a swamp. So I got what kind of like looked like that. All right, this goes here. It is the first Core Bricks live stream. Hopefully the first of many. I've got such a janky little setup going on here, but I think it's gonna get the job done. Yeah, some boggy trees I got going in over on that end. Okay, so then this leaf must go like this. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Maybe if I arc it this way. How am I doing here? Do I look like I'm doing what this direction is telling me to do? I can't believe they put all these leaves onto one step and they just all stack on top of each other. Like, what am I supposed to do here exactly? There must be like, I'm thinking this goes here, but those aren't on the same level. What am I doing wrong? So this goes. Oh, does it just go like this? Is that it? Does it really even matter all that much? I guess they are just trees. The leaves will just kind of. I guess I'll put them all on, and if they start to look funky, we'll just rearrange them a little bit. I think I ordered like 4 trees like this. Yeah, it's a cherry blossom kind of tree. So I think I'm gonna put. I can't remember if I was gonna put these next to the elves or next to like the weapon merchant and the blacksmith over in Legna, since they have that sort of Ninjago-y style. Maybe I'll try one, and if that doesn't work, I'll try the other. I also got some like spruce trees for the snow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 6 more leaves. And these go this way. I got way too many trees though. It's gonna take me a long time to put all these together. Okay, so we're going on this side. And then this one goes down here. And this one goes down here. And 2 more. Okay, I think I actually did the other side correctly because I think that this side is just the other side mirrored over. So this just goes, maybe we'll start with this guy here. Goes like that. And this goes like this. I'm probably going to end up taking all these trees off their bases and just put them onto actual spaces on the game board. So that's what makes sense to me. All right, hey, he looks pretty good so far. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to make all these. Part of me is excited and part of me is like really dreading it. So let's see here. We're down to steps 7 and 8, I think. Okay, so we've got. Is it just going to do that same leaf design on these other 2? Oh no, this is different. Okay, so what's going on here? So we're looking at it from that side. We got 3 leaves here. I'm hoping to build like all the trees on live stream because I figure, I'm gonna be down here building anyway. I might as well live stream and chat with you guys. And talk about cool things that are going on with the game and whatnot. It's that, or I sit down here and I just listen to music the whole time. Okay. How many out does this go? Just 1, 2 out? Like that? That looks good enough to me. And then on the other side, we're gonna do the same exact thing here. So I think I bought 2 of this exact cherry tree. I did, because here's another one right here. I can't remember if I bought any other cherry trees. I don't know if I did or not, quite frankly. I don't see any in the pile of trees that is out of view that I'm looking at over there. That being said, I was checking my AliExpress orders when I was making the thumbnail for this, and I'm starting to think that not all my trees actually even arrived yet, which makes sense because I don't know if you guys ever order anything from AliExpress, but sometimes that stuff takes forever to arrive. It's not quite like Amazon. All right, that looks pretty nice, actually. So it's a pretty looking tree. And then we're on, gosh. Do you think all my non-Lego fan friends who play this game with me are going to be able to tell that these aren't actual Legos? All right, there we go. Oh, what is going on with this stuff? 8 leaves. It looks like you're just kind of putting a bunch of them on, kind of kitty corner to each other. I think we similar additions for Anacria. So Anacria, so in the area of Surla that Anacria starts in, which is that kind of lava-y area, we're definitely not going to have plants going in there. I do have runes in there, though, and I actually already have quite a few. I'm not sure how much I want to add to the Anacrian start location, because to be honest, it actually looks pretty good the way it is. I know you guys really haven't seen it. I'll have to do a tour of the board now that I've put in more, there's a neutral building over there where you can recruit vampires. That looks pretty cool. And there are some ruined buildings over there. I'm not really planning to add any plants in that area. However, in the kind of brown area of Surla, which I guess is right by where Anacria starts, that's where the dead trees are. And the dead trees that are there right now, they definitely get the job done, but I would like to improve them. I think that they're definitely the products of a younger me building trees, and they don't quite look as good. I also do want to add an actual volcano to Anacria at some points. I think I want to add one. Well, not think. I know I want to add a volcano, but I want to put it at the actual, the edge of the table so that it goes up, and then you can actually access the underground portion of it, maybe 2 spaces deep. You can just access from the side of the table because there'll be a cross section there. That's a bit more ambitious, though, so I'm not sure when I will get around to actually putting that together. But I think that would be really cool. Yeah, I mean, a volcano, the whole place is caused by a volcanic eruption. So we need a volcano actually over there. I used to have one, but it was just this silly little Mega Bloks volcano thing from an old Mega Bloks Dragon set. And while I'm okay using these like kind of knockoff Legos, I'm definitely moving away from incorporating anything that doesn't actually look like Legos into my game. So yeah, like not like a massive volcano, just like a little guy, something that evokes the image of maybe more like a hill than a mountain. I think it'll be pretty cool. I do want to put in a large, like the snowy area where Legna is. I want to actually make that into a proper mountain. Who knows when that'll happen, though? That's going to be a more late stage edition after I get basically everything else sorted out. Wowee, this is another step where I'm like trying to see what's even going on here. The leaves all... Okay, so I think we're going to have two that are kind of like making L's. Just like that. And they're going to go like that. Okay. So I'll have a leaf here and a leaf here. So the trouble with adding like a ton of details to the game board is every time I add a detail, kind of depends on what the detail is. So the trees aren't a big deal because most of these trees are only going to be on one space. Like this tree will take up a single space. It looks awesome. I really like the way this is coming together. But it's not going to take up more than one space. So if you want to build buildings, you can just take this off and build a building. When you start putting in big things, though, then like a volcano, that becomes an area that is like unbuildable. It can't build a building on top of a volcano, and at least if the volcano is going to look anywhere close to cool. So something like the foundation for the Kingdom Castle, but for Anacria. I mean, like kind of, but more, honestly, more detailed. It's actually going to look more like, I don't know if you watched my video where I was going over the combat, and there's the area in Surla where the Oracle is located, where there's kind of this hill that slopes up at the end of the table. I'm thinking about doing something like that is kind of what I'm going for. Because I didn't show it in that video, but that hill actually has some underground stuff to it at the end of the table too that you can access. You can just kind of, you can actually lift up the surface at the top of the hill, and you can see there's a whole layer underneath that you can move units around on. I like what the Cuss Kingdom has for their starting spot. I'm going to put a few, I would like to get a few more of those raised base plates to put throughout the game board. I think 2 more would be nice, 1 or 2 more. But they kind of require a little bit of finessing to get them to elegantly fit in. Right now, they just kind of jut out of the board. And I think as the board gets more detailed, I don't think I'm going to necessarily want those kind of things there. Is this my last step here? Oh, look at this. This even came with extra pieces. Check that out. 3 extra leaves, 2 extra little slanted pieces. I didn't even get ripped off. Did I actually put every piece in? Am I good to go? I don't think I missed any leaves. Yeah, hey, look at that. That's pretty... That's exciting. Get some free parts here. I get enough of these trees and I can make myself a whole nother free tree. Wow, I think this looks nice. I've got 1 more of those, and then I've got 2 other trees I want to do today. I've got a swamp. Well, I've got 2 swamp trees, and then I got a 3rd tree that is really big. So I don't know if we end up putting that one together today. That one's actually probably gonna take a while. Yeah, those one-piece things. I mean, I like them. I grew up with trees like that. Like, you know, I don't know when you got into Lego and stuff or how old you are, but when I first got into Lego, I mean, like trees, I mean, like that was what a tree was for us. So trees like this are more of a new kind of, well, not new, but they're relatively speaking a new thing for trees to be. These ones look kind of funky though. I think with especially the sort of this kind of round top. I think this works a little bit better with the spruce trees where they look more like Christmas trees. But I don't know. Maybe I should get rid of these altogether and just do the more detailed trees. Plop that back on the field over there. Let's move these parts out of the way. What else do we got here? More beautiful leaves. I am curious. I wish I could see how many parts all these trees were, but honestly, when I ordered them, like the descriptions didn't even say how many pieces each tree was, so I don't really know, and I'm definitely not going to count all of these. But I think it's safe to say that there's a few thousand pieces here of trees, at least. A few units have abilities that interact with trees, or maybe they used to, and then I got rid of them mainly because there weren't enough trees on the field. Although, to be honest, once I put all these back on, it might be worth adding some abilities for that. Maybe for the elves, maybe for the monkey spearman or Sir Simon, the leader of the monkey spearmen. I'm trying to think of who else would be good with a tree-like ability. Aina, the swamp witch. She's always cool to do anything with plants with her. She's a fun character. And some of the rebel units, I think, like the woodsman, with woodsman in their name, would make good tree ability units, especially because the rebels are going to start in an area that does have a decent number of trees around them. Kind of help beef up their defenses a little bit. Other than that, though, I mean, like, it wouldn't make sense for the Anacreons to have any tree abilities, and like making the tree come alive. So I actually do have this is so janky. I think I want to improve it. But so Aina's little like swamp witch hovel. I haven't actually made an ability for this. I was just messing around when I built the little hut that she lives in. But her little hut actually turns into this like tree guy. Oh, and his leaf just fell off his leg. I'm not even sure how well you can see that. Let me move back over to the recording so you guys can. Oh, probably not well at all. Here, maybe I'll just hold him up here on this little camera. Oh wait, let's do this. But yeah, so this guy is a little bit funky. Kind of like a Lord of the Rings style Ent or something like that. But I haven't actually written any stats for him. I haven't decided anything to do with him. I think I want to like improve his legs first. I just kind of built this out of parts I had lying around, and I don't have a ton of parts in my collection that are really good for building figures other than straight up Bionicle parts. Because a lot of my collection really is old stuff. But part of me was thinking about having Aina have an ability where she can where you get Aina and you get the Ent with her, but I kind of actually like her ability to just attack people with plants based on the terrain they're on. So then another part of me is like, well, maybe I'll make the Ent itself a quest reward, but I haven't really settled on something. There's no shortage of units in the game, so I'm not overly concerned with getting the Ent in there urgently. I am definitely pumped to get these trees in, though. It's kind of funny. I'll tell my friends, like, hey, I got a bunch of trees I'm putting in. And they kind of respond with a little bit of frustration. And they're like, can't you get like another one of your teams back into the game first before you start like adding all this stuff to the board? And I'm like, I don't know. I wanted trees. So that's what I'm doing. All righty, let's see here. Back to step one with this guy. So we do a 3 over here. So my friends just have no appreciation for the finer details, you know? Yeah, I agree. I don't really think if I were to add the ent for her, then I would have to take something away, and I don't really want to take away her little like spell where she can like have that having the house plants just throw like their pots at people and stuff like that. It's too good. It's too um it just has so much character to it. I don't want to get rid of abilities like that. And to be honest, I think that while the giant ent is really cool, it is a little bit generic, I think, in comparison to this person who has these different spells based on what terrain. And the other cool thing too is her spells sort of like they almost expand on the lore a little bit because they tell you like, hey, what kind of plants are growing, and like in Ash, she has I forgot the name of the plant, but it's like ashweed or something like that. But when she's on like that like kind of black scorched terrain, that's the plant that she invokes, and they all do different things, and some of the plants are poisonous and whatnot, and it just adds a bunch of it really makes the world feel a little bit more alive, you know. And all the lore in that, I mean, that gets a lot of attention for me whenever I'm doing anything for the game. I don't want to, um, as I'm getting kind of, as I got older and the more I got into like refining what the game looks like and how it plays like and who everyone is, lore became very important to me. I wanted the world to feel like a cohesive world that kind of, obviously it's not gonna be able to rival something like Tolkien made or something, but it feels like you're playing like a boxed game that you got from like a large company with like a team of writers and something, as opposed to just some guy who took some random Legos and put them together and had them fight each other. Let's see here. Steps 3 and 4. Do I got those visible? Went a little bit too far. This is really funny, actually. Well, maybe not funny, but I find it funny. My most powerful computer in the house, the one that's actually doing all this streaming, is my desktop computer upstairs. It's like my gaming PC and stuff like that. I don't have a computer down here, so I have this really funky setup going on where my phone is doing the recording down on the table. I have like my Chromebook from work in front of me that's recording my face and stuff. And I have a Steam controller down here that I'm using to scroll on my desktop upstairs. So it's a little bit. There's definitely room for improvement here with the infrastructure. All right, plop these blocks right up there. Okay, so this is just minorly triggering. I can't complain because the price of this tree was like $4. But like, we've got these steps where I have 8 leaves I got to put down at once, and they're all stacked on top of each other. And then we have step 4 here with literally nothing. It's just like, oh, look at what you've built so far. Step 4 is just admiring the tree. Look at this beautiful guy. All right, it would be cool if I could scroll to step 5 now. Oh, there we go. And then we got, and now we're back to this leaf business. Okay, I don't even think I'm gonna scroll through those steps. I think I kind of remember the leaves now. I had to. You had to learn the leaves as their own thing. So this, so what are we doing here? So this connects on the underside, and then we do the same thing going the other direction, and they just stick on top of each other like that. And then there's two more here that have kind of a weird connection. They go like that. Okay. Leaves there. Okay. I'm not even sure if I like the way, I don't really like the way that this leaf sits on the side that way. Spin it around. Whoop. Okay, I like that a little bit more. I'm ruining the build and the instructions. Wait, is that even right? Okay, whatever, good enough. All right, other side is the same exact deal. So we got this kind of crossing center, and we're gonna put these leaves down here. Let me know if I'm making something and it gets out of focus, or if it's in general just kind of hard to see what's going on. I'm not at all used to building Legos in a way that other people can watch me do. Well, I do it sometimes for the YouTubes of the buildings, but some of those I do like 8 takes for, to be honest. So it would be good if someone could just let me know. All right, so then this goes, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the way the instructions told me to do it does look the best. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. There's so many leaves. I don't really think anyone can even tell what we're looking at here, or what the nuances of each leaf's orientation. Okay, so we got this guy, and just like that, and this one. We're going to do the same. I think we're going to go here, and there. Now, honestly, this should be the admire the tree step. It starts to look really nice here. Step number 4, you're just looking at like a stick. Okay, make a bunch of little L cherry blossoms. One, two, 3, 4. How the heck do these all go? Okay. So we're going to put one here. We're going to put one here. Right? Yeah. Put one here. And one here. The other thing you gotta be careful about when you add like more detail to the board like this is you want to make sure there's enough room for people to put their hands in and like move figures around. So I definitely want to like evoke the idea of a forest, but I don't want it to actually be like a thick forest of trees. Because then the aesthetic is going to start to get in the way of gameplay. Okay, and how the heck did this top go? This top was just a couple little boys. You know what? I'm honestly glad I only got 2 of these trees because I'm already starting to feel the repetitiveness of the build. I bet I'm going to feel this a lot more as time goes on with the trees. I told my brother, I was all like, yeah, I got like $150 worth of trees for my Lego game in the basement. And he and my niece are actually visiting in a couple weeks, like kind of right after Christmas time. And he was like, oh, well, she can put them together with you and you guys can have fun doing that. And I'm like, dude, I don't think my niece is going to enjoy doing this for more than like 15 minutes tops. I think it takes a special kind of person to really enjoy assembling a ton of these. Well, that's kind of interesting. So the first tree came with 2 extra like slanted tiles and I think 2 extra leaves, and the second tree came with 4 leaves but none of these slants. But that's okay. All right, those bad boys are gonna look pretty good. Let's put them, stick them off to the side for now. And what are we gonna move on to next here? All right, I've got a swampy tree. Let's see if I can get the directions pulled up for this one. Woo! There's a lot more going on here. This is a little bit more involved. Now, our directions. Where the heck are those? Oh, my controller's still on. Let's see here. I think I might need to run upstairs for a quick 30 seconds to pull up the actual directions for this guy. All right, let me go do that real quick. Let's see here. Okay, there they are. Let's see here. A large base will make the tree more stable. I appreciate that little bit of advice. If I remember from looking at the picture of this tree, it looked a little unstable at the bottom in general. We'll see what it ends up coming out like, but might need some modifications to it. So let's see. Grab these, even though I'm almost certainly going to rip those off eventually. And we're going to put this guy down the middle. So far, these directions don't seem nearly as stingy with steps as the cherry blossoms were. So that's cool. Little Chinese watermark cutting through it, making it a little bit hard to see. Okay, so we got 2 of these. And whoop, didn't mean to take that up with me. And we need a flat little round tile. And this is going to go right here. Yeah, I don't know. This little 4-stud start to the tree. It looks kind of weak to me. Just my personal opinion. Let's take a look here at step. It goes from step 2 to step 5. That's interesting. But it's definitely it's definitely the next step. Whoa, this is actually all sorts of interesting. So check this out. So this is where I got so far, but step 5 shows totally different pieces at the bottom. It's got like those sort of wedge, like wing-like pieces instead of these round ones. It's kind of funky. But you know what? As long as it works, it's an experience. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there. I just don't think that's a very stable way to start your tree at the bottom. Okay, so we got a block in there, and then we got all sorts of crazy stuff going. So we got this little bendy boy over there, and this round 1x2 plate. And then this little corner plate. Looks nice. This looks good and swampy. It'll be a good addition. 2 more of these round plates. You know what? This is a lot more interesting than those cherry blossoms for sure. Not nearly as repetitive of a build. All right, we got a tile piece right there. We're gonna stick this guy on top. Yeah, I'm not even sure how I feel about that. It's kind of, this thing's only connected by 3 studs now for the rest of the tree. I don't know. It feels it does feel kind of tight. Maybe I'm not giving it enough credit. And then put another of these guys on. I like these little wormy-like pieces. I don't think I've ever actually gotten a Lego set that has them. I've seen them on stuff. But they're new to my collection. Okay, so that goes on. Let me put one of these here. Yeah, that's going to need a stronger base. Even if it were just like some sort of like a larger block that I could stick a longer Technic axle down. Get a little bit more grip on the bottom. Easy enough to fix though. Let's see, let's get our next few steps up here. I think that should be them. All right, we got step number 12. We're just gonna pop on another one of these. Oh, where the heck is the red? Oh, it's already here. Silly me. What is happening now? Okay, now we have... What's my orientation here? Wait. This should be... It should be like that. Not that it matters a ton. But I'm definitely the kind of person that, like, when I'm following directions for the first time, it has to be as close as possible to what the directions actually show. Or some part of my brain just starts to flash red. And then we'll adjust it later. How's that look on camera? Is that... It's getting a little tall for camera. Move it back. Move our camera up a little bit. All right, that should probably give it a little bit more height there. Step 14, step 15 is going to be doing... All these pieces are different, but they all look the same. This is a little rough here. All right, we got this guy over here. And trying to see if this is oriented this way. Okay. That goes there. And then this will go here. And we'll cap it off. Whoopsies. Cap it off with a little round stud. And then 2 more of these 2x2 plates. Here's 1, here's 2. And then one of these up here. It's looking kind of ugly. I hope that comes together a little bit better. It's kind of out of focus too. Not sure where best to put them to fix that. Maybe move it up a bit. We got to step 17. Gotta scroll down our steps a little bit here. Okay, that was definitely better when he was farther back. Let's see, we got now we're doing some random little leaf stuff here. We'll take one of these little stick things and one of these little arm guys. I hope that some of these are extra pieces because I like these little kinds of pieces. You can do some cool little staff things with them and stuff like that. And make some neat weapons or some neat plants. All right, leaf there and leaf here. And 2. I think that's a leaf here. And where the heck does this other guy go? Oh, da, 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 da. Actually, I think it goes there. Could be wrong. Okay, and then this just sticks out of that spot right there. Pretty nice. What do we have now? We got a Exo Force arm and a little punch in one of these. That's an interesting piece. Can't say I've seen. Is this piece right here an official Lego piece? Does this exist in normal Lego sets? I can't say I've seen it before. sticks into this. And where does this arm then? Oh no, I put that in the wrong. That's the wrong piece. Ooh. Okay. This sticks into this. And then this sticks into this. And then we're going to plop a leaf. On top of that. And another leaf on top of that. And then one of those. You know what? I think I would rather, if it's possible, to cover up that little gap I saw there. Oh, it doesn't really work. It's too, it's just the right size where there's got to be this little narrow section there. Don't like that. Maybe I can do something about it later. Or maybe it's not worth the time because I'm not really sure if anyone would notice. Oh, my steps are way out of sync here. I need a better way of projecting these steps, maybe from this computer, so I can control them directly, you know? I'm literally waiting for me to see the stream update and see what page the instructions are on for you guys, which is not very good. Okay, we'll give that another roll down the scroll wheel. Okay, so where the heck does this branch go? Oh, this goes on this little lower nub. Whoa, this tree's already coming apart. Okay, I like the way it's looking so far. Kind of looks like something I'd see in like a Mario game. Almost looks like a Mario enemy, like a dancing tree kind of deal. Let's see, what do we got going on? For our next arm of the tree, we need let's lock these in here. Yeah. And then we got a leaf, and we got a little leaf. And they're going to go on top of each other, kind of like that. And they're both going to go on top of here. And then we add another little leaf. Perfect. Where the heck is this going? Oh, let's see here. Oh, the tree is facing the other direction. That makes more sense. And then our branch goes over here. That's kind of funky. Oh, you know what? I just realized I can just share the directions with anyone in the chat. Let's see here. This is the link, right? Yeah. Okay, there you go. If you want to follow along with the directions on this build, instead of waiting for me to scroll around, you can just scroll yourself. Okay, we're on step 33 right now here. Another exo arm. Another little hand going inside of it. Oh, but this time we're going to connect it to a little plate at the end. And that plate's going to connect itself to a leaf. Which will connect to another leaf. Which will connect to an itty bitty tiny leaf. Which will connect to what? What the heck am I looking at here? Oh, it connects to this. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so I put this in too tightly. Oh! Okay, so this connects to this arm. And we get that back in there tightly. And then this little bit goes on. Huh. What an interesting looking tree. And then for step 38, we're doing something similar. We're going to start here with this guy and this guy. It's kind of hard for me to see the exact angle it wants me to go for. So this is angled like this. And then this guy gets popped in like that. And then this goes this way. Every little piece curves in a different direction here. Oh, and we're adding another branch to the middle of that. So it'll be that piece and this little piece. I will say this, dunk on those little one-piece trees all you want, but it was a simpler time back then. There was something magical about just plopping a tree on the board and being done. This, and that tree goes here. Yeah, it's kind of a. I mean, those classic trees, those trees are awesome. I think that a lot of those older Lego things that they used to do, like some of them just have immense charm. Like a big example of this to me is the old school like Lego Dragon, like the classic one that I used as the backdrop for my unlockable cards. That thing looks so just so fun, and no amount of no hyper detailed dragon can ever replace them to me in my heart. Also, like raised base plates or base plates in general. I know Lego's moved away from that, but wow. Where the heck does this branch go? Looking at step 43 here. Oh, here it goes. I like him. He looks funky, but I like him. He's probably gonna need some work though. I feel like the odds of one of my buddies bumping their hand into this thing and just destroying this tree on accident, very, very high in its current condition. Yeah, I mean, I love the old trees. I'm on the fence about whether I want to keep these ones or not. These like really round guys. I think that they are. I think that those ones in particular. I don't know. I really like the little triangle shaped ones though. I don't really have any on my board though. What's your medieval mock of? Got those. So we do a click out here. It's kind of funny. I don't really do any mocks per se. I mean, I guess I do but like everything I build is like a part for the Lego game. I never ever sit down and make something that's just a display piece ever. Actually, that's not true. I have a Lego Christmas Village that I do a lot with. Well, every now and then I'll do something mocky for it, and that's more of a display. Fantasy medieval, a lot of stuff like a swamp, desert, mountain range, Lion Knight's castle set. Love that Lion Knight castle set. Such a classic. Set from the 90s called the Witch's Manor. Witch's Manor. I'm going to have to pull up a picture of that guy. Lego Witch's Manor. Oh, is this the one with the with the cliff that pulls up and down. Yeah. Oh, that one's a classic. I saw that in I've got a Bricks and minifigures by me, and I was in there and I was looking at that set and I was like, it's tempting. Thrift store complete. Oh, that's beautiful. How much was it, if you don't mind me asking? Was it like did you get like a really good bargain on it? I'm big. That goes down there. Remember exactly a couple of years ago, between $60 and $90 maybe. Hey, that's a pretty good bargain in my book for a classic set like that. It's probably close to its retail price, I would think. I'm not gonna lie, one of my big complaints with Lego today is that their sets are smaller now. They aren't like they're just as many pieces, if not more, but the actual mass of the set is much smaller. They're much more detailed, but especially from the perspective of someone who like I'm thinking of myself as a kid. Like I just loved having like big castles and stuff like that. And nowadays, you want a big castle, you got to drop like $400 on like the Lion Knight's castle or Lion King's castle, Lion's castle. I forget what that new one is called. It looks awesome. I love it, but I just got to think of the children, you know? Although maybe the kids don't care. They just have Ninjago. They can just do a bunch of ninjas and robots and be happy. Yeah, the raised base plates and the wonky, all the different kinds of things they did with them. It was nice. It gave you like kind of like a nice play area. I guess I kind of get why they moved away from them in some regard, but it's still very unfortunate. It still makes me sad to think about. All right, I don't really see how these leaves are supposed to connect here at step 50. What the heck? I'm just gonna have to put them where I want. I think that'll get the job done. Yeah, I remember my first Lego set with a raised base plate was the original Lego Alpha Raiders sets. Alpha Raiders, I think was what they were called. It was like Ogle's evil base or something, skeleton base or whatever. Had like a little river going in it. Used to love that set so much. I would like take it apart and then build something else, and I'd be like, this isn't as cool as Ogle's secret lair, and I would just take that apart and I'd find the instructions and I'd put together that other set again. Oh my god, step 51. Where does this even connect? Ooh. Okay, so hang on. I'm looking at the tree from this angle. Why are these instructions making me feel like I missed a step? It's like acting like this should connect right here, but I don't have any clip there. What did I do wrong? It's down here. There's one clip. Oh my gosh, I think I did skip a step. Oh no. Okay, so we do, this is 2 clips on the side there. And then, oh my God, this is like the worst kind of set to skip a step in too. Oh, I'm like, this thing looks the same. Every layer of this tree. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's 2 clips on the outside at this level. And then the next level of plates up. And the next level of plates up. Yeah, I did skip a step. Okay. Step number 14 got away from me. Oh no, no, tree. Okay, hang on. So I skipped a step, which is one. Okay, so it's, oh, what a finicky little guy. Okay, so I had that, and then I should have had something like this. So embarrassing, you know? My first stream and I skipped a step on camera. Ugh. Okay, and then this branch would go here. Whoop. And this would go next to it. And then this double piece would go here. And then this treetop would go on top. Wow. What a tree. And this would go follow our curve of our tree like this. And then this guy all clips on there. Okay, now step 53. Where are we? No. Oh, I don't even know what step this is. 51? Must be 51. Now we can get this branch. Okay. What a crazy looking tree. Part of me wonders, I like this little branch down here in the middle, but I wonder if it might just be worth removing so I could just drive an axle here and increase the stability of the tree, because otherwise, like, this top part just, it's gonna someone bumps into it, it's gonna fall right off. Just might not be worth it. And then I could take those leaves and I could build another plant out of them, I guess. It wouldn't be a horrible thing to happen. Okay, Mr. Swamp Tree. I've still got a lot of leaves left, actually. A lot more than I was expecting to have by this point. Although I guess that makes sense. The whole treetop needs to be covered. More branches here. So what, this and this click together? Normally I would be so particular about like, so I know that like this particular piece with Lego and the knockoffs has like a hole in it on this side, and I'm very particular about making sure that hole is not visible normally. Like if there's a side that is less exposed. I have no idea. This tree is so confusing though. I don't necessarily know what's going to be exposed and what's not going to be when I'm putting together a branch like this. Okay, big tree there. Almost looks like a foot. 2 more leaves for step 58. What the heck? Oh. Okay. So one of them goes on top. Kind of covers up the little black part, and then this one is just going to attach like this. Okay, cool. And 4 of these little guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy goes here. And then this guy goes here. And put that one there. And I guess this one goes here. Good grief, step 60. Where is this? I rotate it like this. And this goes, I think, over here. Okay. It's interesting because it's not as dense as the cherry blossom tree is, but there's definitely a lot more going on here part-wise. Like if I put these things next to each other, this is a much denser tree. Of course, I am not done yet, though, so I might be getting ahead of myself. Okay, so we got another branch like this coming together. This piece, which I swear I've never seen in my life. Oh. Well, hey, take care, Rowan's Tree. Thanks for joining the stream, the very first Core Brick stream. You're part of history here today, my friend. But, you know, take care. Be happy, be healthy, be well. All those good things. Have a wonderful holiday if I do not catch you streaming again between now and the holidays. Uh-oh, I'm struggling here. What am I looking for? Oh, I got one of these guys. Got one of these little arms here. I think that's good. Oh, down to 0 views again. Is there a way to make its chat? Can you show me? Who's here? Nope. Hey, that's okay. All right, what the heck are we doing here? We got this little guy, and he's gonna stick on. Oh, I put this in too tightly. He's gonna stick on here. We're going to get one here and one here. Grab a couple of little leaves here. One right there on the underside. And our other one is going to go right there. And then we're going to put a big leaf for here and a little leaf on the other one. And 3 of these little tiny leaves. 1, 2, 3. One there, and oh, this one just goes right in the middle, like that. Whoa, he's back. He gets to stay. Where's this going? Definitely need to figure out a better way feel like I can manually adjust the focus on my camera down here. And I definitely need to find a way to figure out how to get it set up so that you guys just see whatever directions I'm looking at. There's just so much going on the screen, though. All right, we've got this. This branch here on step 68. Where the... Okay, so this goes here. Wow, I added a lot. A lot of verticality to this guy. This tree's looking crazy. Okay, we're gonna need another. This is the piece we're looking for. Wow, I've got a whole second one of this tree to build, and I think I'm gonna do that one another day, because boy, oh boy, this is just kind of... This is a torturous build right here. Lock this guy in over here. And put this big branch there. Oh. I will say the amount of leaves in my Lego collection have probably gone up like... I don't even know. I'm at, honestly, like 100-fold with the result of all these, with the additions of all these little parts here. Okay, and then this branch is going to go here on this tree. Is this whole thing still visible? Not really. It's got to be like... Got to move it even farther back. Okay. Hey, we're not too many parts left here on the part count. How many more of these branches do we have? This, and then we're going to lock in an arm here. One of these guys. Clip in. Oh. Whoop. There we go. I almost feel like I should just have like a GoPro strapped to my head or something, so it just looks everywhere I look, because That would probably be the easiest thing to see what I'm building at any point. Okay. So then this one goes here. This guy goes out here. And then this one goes... Where the heck does this one go? Must go like that. Uh-oh. Okay, so then we got a leaf. The little leaf goes here. And then we got one of these little leaves. Does this actually connect with maybe this other leaf out here? There we go. It's a little bit more structurally sound. Put one of those there, and perfect. Where the heck does this thing go? This goes... There is just so much going on in this instruction booklet. Okay, this one goes like this, I think. Oh. Okay, step 80 is add 4. Why would the instructions have me add 4 little things to the top of this now that it's covered in leaves? Why would it do that to me? Third one. Oh, come on. And a fourth one. All right, put this sucker back on the little base it came from. Oh, and then it wants me to add 1 in the middle. What is this craziness? Okay. So all right, just gonna leave that down there. I'm supposed to put another 1 stud in the middle here. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's an awful connection to do. I do not like that at all. Try to put it on with this. There we go. Now how do I get this stick out that I put in? Yeah. Okay. Let me put 4 of these little things in here. 1 and 2. 3 and 4. Oh, that big piece I used to stick it in is actually, that's actually where it goes. Look at that. Okay. It goes down the middle. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was my least favorite part of this build so far. Back to branches. Get this guy. Oh no, the camera disconnected. Yeah, it did. Thanks for the heads up. Let me get it back going here. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, that should be good now. I'm hoping. I would definitely like to invest in more proper streamy stuff and camera equipment down here and things like that. Boy, oh boy, is that tough to... That's a tough sell for my wife. It's like, pay down our mortgage, buy expensive webcam for basement. I mentioned to her that I was like, I think I need a computer down there. And she was like, excuse me? Okay, I've got no clue. It is so hard for me to orient myself here. I'm on step 87 and I can't. So the tree is this way. And this branch is over here. Okay. You know, it's looking swampy. All right, this one. And we got 2 more branches, and these leaves just kind of go on top of each other. They go on top of this. It looks something like that, I think. And 2 little leaves. One going here, and the other one going over there. And then this goes, let's see if I imagine the tree like this, or is it this? Actually cannot tell what orientation this tree is supposed to be in. Yeah, there's so much on those 3 little studs down there. And for what? So that we can have this little branch here, this one branch. That seems awfully silly to me. Okay, next branch here. This guy's gonna go like this, and that plate there. Stick one big branch on this. God, could you imagine if this tree had instructions that were the same quality level as those cherry blossom trees? Now that would be wild. It'd be like 1 step, build this whole branch. And that would be crazy. Although I got so many trees, I don't want to jinx myself. It might just, that might still happen with any of these other ones. I think that's good. And oh, I can't even like get in here. That goes there. Holy smokes. All right, we got this. Is this our last branch? Could it be? I'm running out of brown pieces. I think it has to be. Okay, 3 little leaves. 1 leaf here. 1 leaf, I think here. I think it's all on top. Another leaf here. And then 1 tiny leaf here. And another tiny leaf here. That should be our last. Not even sure how to get this connected on here. I guess like this. Oh, there we go. What does this even have me doing at this point? I'm supposed to do something with this? This thing is... Uh-oh. This little guy here is all loose. Don't know. I don't even know if I can get him back in there. You know what? I'm going to take him... I don't know. Part of me is just like, take him out. Oh, there we go. Not loose anymore. Okay. And then we're going to add another leaf on top of this. Wow. There's like a step 101 where it's like, hey, rotate the whole thing around so you can see it better. And it's like, what? This is so chaotic. I can't even I can't make heads or tails of it. All right, I'm just gonna assume that we're adding another leaf here. That looks like that's what that step means. And we're gonna plop one of these somewhere to give it a little bit more detail. And then maybe another one over here. Oh my God, this thing is still getting taller. We're still adding more. Oh, this is actually supposed to go. Oop, I thought this was just adding more detail, but it's actually adding structural integrity. Ooh. Okay, that goes there. That branch there. And now, all right, that's the last brown piece. We can't get much taller than this. We got that. One of those. All right, 3 more leaves got to get on here. That was 1. Put this one here. I'm definitely at a point where I'm just kind of putting things where I want. These directions only get me so far. All right, there we go. There is. Oop. That's a pretty good looking swamp tree, if I do say so myself. I do not like this little section here, though. I hate how fragile that is. Let's see what could I do there? I could just put a Technic axle in. A longer one. What kind of a Technic axle? Whoa. Where do I keep those? I must have them around here somewhere. Technic axles. Anything else I would need? I think I would just put a long axle in, get rid of those leaves altogether, save them for another day, another build. So probably it's just those leaves. Yeah. All right, let's go find. Let me go find an axle. Let's see here. Let's see. This little tray might have what I'm looking for. Got this guy. I think that might be it. I think that might be the exact length we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and we'll take this out. We'll put this guy in. And then that'll go on. Set them down gently. Save these parts for something else. Maybe that little end guy probably use a bit of an upgrade. Ooh, this one doesn't want to come out. Oh, what the heck? Come on. Perfect. Okay, so we got this. This might be a little bit too long. Interesting. One piece too long. I gotta take a look and see if I've got a round tile or a round plate that'll do that. Whoa, look at this. I do. Got two of these guys. I got a darker one and I've got a lighter one, which will be just what I need for both of these trees. So maybe we'll do... Stick this one here. Plop this through here. Okay. All right. I think... All right. It looks a little bit less detailed, but let's be real here. This tree is so hyper detailed. I don't really think this extra branch adds a whole lot to it. And now it's pretty strong. Can probably improve this base somehow still. And think, what are pieces that have a spot for this Technic axle in it that would be bigger, like a 2x4 brick or something. Let me think. There's got to be something. Let me go take another look real quick. Oh, duh. There's all these pieces. These like little... These like medieval wheel kind of things. These have a good anchor point, I feel like. Probably want to cover up these holes at the end, though. But I've got all these extra leaves now. I could probably do it with that. Let's see here. So we got our tree. And we probably want... like a 3-long axle piece. Maybe. Where did my... That goes there. This goes here. I mean, this would be a much stronger anchor on a base. Actually, it doesn't even look bad on its own the way it is right now. I could probably cover it up. Well, now I could probably put on like this little branch down here where it's not really doing anything. Maybe something like that. That looks pretty good. Now what else I could cover those tops with? Probably not the biggest deal in the world. All right, I like the way this turned out. Oh my God, you can't even like, how far back does this thing need to go for us to be able to see the whole thing? Probably like there. So the plan would be, I guess, to take these. Okay, well, it's not gonna be able to stand on that. I don't need those two pieces anymore. And we'd anchor this directly onto a space. I don't know though. That might be a little top heavy for one space. Maybe on like two spaces. Or maybe I just put it on with these circles on it. Not 100% sure what the best approach is going to be there. But it'll do something. It looks good though. I like the way it turned out. I kind of like that we got this branch back on here. We need to clog these two holes on the side. There's 3 holes on the side. But I could do that with some random parts. That's not the trickiest thing in the world. I can maybe even take some of these and just like build out like a root system or something. I don't know. Ideas. So we'll leave that guy over there. That's another tree well done. Oh God, I have a whole nother one of those. I don't even know if I want to mess around with that right now, though. Boy, oh boy. God, the other tree I was thinking about doing today is this massive. I can just tell from the size of the bag. This is going to take a lot longer. I don't know. I'm not doing another one of those little ones. This swamp tree today. That thing looks awesome, but man, is that a lot of work. I guess I'll do, I got this little bag here of mushrooms. Nice little easy break for Ina's swamp area. I think those will look great. I already have mushrooms, but I just kind of made them out of random pieces I have. I don't have any mushrooms that have these like prints on them. Whoop. So it's nice to add these. They might replace the other mushrooms, in fact. I'm not sure. I have to think about how much I like the appearance of them both alongside each other. Push those parts back there. I could honestly plop some of these mushrooms down and they would cover up those exposed sides too. I don't want to waste all my mushrooms on that though. But it's another option. Hey, Mark, welcome to the stream. Came in just as we're plopping in some mushrooms here. I'm taking a brain break after building this monster of a tree here. Took so much out of me. Let my brain unwind a little bit, something a little bit simpler. I am curious how many parts I've gone through so far. This tree to me feels like it was like at least 200 parts, I feel like. And these little cherry blossom trees, I don't know if I would put those maybe like 150 or something a pop, something like that. Yeah, this big swamp tree, it is really cool. It was a little bit like structurally unsound when I followed the directions from AliExpress. It had like this, it had an extra branch sticking out in the middle of it, which looked really cool, but it basically eliminated all this like structural support in the middle. It was all hinging off of 3 studs at one point, and so if you like flick the top, it would fall apart. So I just took that branch out, actually moved it down here, and put a big axle in there. Now it's nice and tough. Now I think if someone bumps into it, they can definitely make it fall over, but they can't really make it fall apart. And depending on how wide I make the base of it, it might not fall over at all. And I've got a little army of mushrooms here. Next team is going to be the mushroom team. No, I'm kidding. It would be cool to have a mushroom faction, but they aren't in the plans right now. Let's see, what tree do I want to do next? I do not want to do my second one of these big swamp trees. That's a no. That's going to be a no-go for me. Park him over there. Move all my mushrooms over. Whoa. Can you tell I'm like stalling? I'm like, I don't want to pour a bunch of leaves out again. Okay, leave those mushrooms there. Let's see here. We can do... I've got a big guy. We can do that one. Let's see. I think this is the directions for it. What do we got here? All right, there you go. You can check that one out in the chat. That's gonna be the next one we end up putting together. Here he is. Let's see here. Bigger bag than the last tree. Although, you know what? It's just mostly big leaves, so I feel pretty good about this one. This doesn't look super tedious to put together. Yeah, our trees, we're getting high definition trees in here. These guys are getting a big upgrade. Oh. And not just them, all the trees really in the game. Well, and a lot of areas that don't have trees are going to be getting trees. So let's see here. What's a good start point over here? We'll put this guy here. Oh, these are two different. Are these two different shades? No, it's just a shadow from my microphone. My eyes are playing tricks on me. All right, no more swamp tree. Goodbye, swamp tree. Let's get a look at this big guy. Wow. That's a tough looking tree. That's there's a lot going on down there. So we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, you know that. Thanks for tuning in and at all, Mark. Oh, I will. You have a good night. Be happy, be healthy, be well. All right, so we got these two here, and we're gonna do I feel like it's asking me to put a piece down that I don't see over here. It's asking me about 4 pieces down that I don't see over here. 4 of those? It's kind of crazy. Oop. These are on the wrong spots. Okay, so this should be out one like this. And then this goes here. All right, take care, Rowan's tree. I will catch you on the flip side. I might need to pause to investigate what's going on with these pieces here, because I feel like I'm being asked to use some pieces that were not in this bag. Which is the the AliExpress experience that I am very familiar with. Okay, so we have that start. That's just crazy that there would be 4 pieces missing. What could have happened? Oh my god, I just scrolled down to the last step, and the last step is just put 48 leaves on the top of the tree. Wow. Wow, what a meme. Let me scroll down to that one. That's just insane to me. Let's see if I can pull it up. What are we gonna do with these missing pieces? I have 2 that I got extra with one of the other trees. I guess we'll plop those in. So one like this, and one like this. But then I need 2 more. Huh. All right, I found 2 from my collection. That will have to do for now. Let's try to move that to a better position for the focus. So we'll put one here and one here. I do not have many brown pieces though, so I really hope that's the last time one of my trees is missing brown pieces. All right, step 2. Put this block in here. Plop. Those little guys down there. Woohoo, what the heck is happening here? Okay, so we got a slant. Like this. That, and one more piece. Here it is. And these big guys are going to go in here. Oh, and then these guys are still going to go up. I will say this is a nice, strong looking tree trunk. This guy's not going anywhere. Plop a block on that. All right, that might be getting a little tall. Might need to reorient the camera again. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to put together a bunch of these big tree branches. I'm definitely looking forward to the last step where it's just like put 48 leaves on at once. This is absolute madness. All right, we got that block in, and we're going to do 4 more of these. I'm just going to stack 3 bricks on top of each other. Okay. This tree is probably too tall for the camera. Let's see here. Where do we need to... probably need to go really far back, actually, because I'm guessing this is... Go up again, up another step. So that's interesting. So I got through all the parts with the tree. Now I was missing those. I asked for these 1x3 slant pieces, and I was missing 4 of them. But I've got 4 little bricks left. So I clearly was supposed to use those instead. It's kind of interesting how the directions are slightly off like that. What the heck am I supposed to do with these leaves? 48 leaves just on the tree at one time? Just do it. It's easy. What? Oh, this is so crazy. I can't even really see how these are even connected. We're just doing a bunch of, I don't know. We'll figure it out ourselves. Let's start with doing we'll do some under branch action to start us off. Whoop. Oh. And then we'll do some sort of funky over the branch kind of thing. Maybe we can connect these 2 branches together. I don't know, something like that. I don't actually like that. I think I made the mistake of connecting this branch to the wrong part. I still can't believe this step is just like add 48 leaves at once. Like, okay, let's try this. Let's do. Let's go ahead and add a little. Let's have every branch follow the same pattern. And eventually, we should be able to get our branches locking together. That would be the overall goal. Let's see if we go. Okay, I like that little connection I did there. This was based on that. Okay, and then maybe we'll go up this way. All right, it's coming. It's coming together. I don't know how many leaves are down. I don't know how many leaves we have to go, but it's probably a lot, I'm guessing. Let's see. We gotta do something to get this kind of inside-y situation figured out. Well, I don't know. What if we cover... I don't want the tree branches to all be facing the same direction, because then we're going to end up with a very boring kind of build. Uh-oh. So we have to do something like this. All right, looking good. Still gotta do something to cover up this inside. It's kind of... The inside of this tree is just a little hollow for my taste. But I can't really... Oh, I can click on the undersides of these up here. Interesting. What if I do... Whoop! All right, I take back what I said about the strong trunk of the tree. The tree trunk's really strong on the bottom, and that just goes down to these 4 studs anyway, so it's like, what's the point? It's not as tough as it looks. Okay, what can we do here? What can we do up here to get these connected with each other? So these go like this. Is there a way to spread? kind of like that. So this would be like this, and then this would go here. Okay, and then it would connect the same way around here. Oh, this is giving me a headache. I still have way too many leaves left. All right, let's give this a, put this bad boy down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like way too many. You know what I should do? I should. Was I supposed to do that? Were those 4 bricks that I thought were extras? Are they actually not extra bricks? Did I just miss a step? No, I didn't miss a step. But still, I think this would be better. If I took these 4 and anchored them in 1, 2, 3, 4. Although now the tree's even taller. Oh, we got leaf issues. All right, what else can we do here? Can we do a... Oh, I definitely like it more when something's just telling me, hey, this is the best spot to put your leaf. Instead of me sitting here being like, gosh, what's the best orientation? Let's do it like that. I like that one. One, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'm liking this tree the more it comes together. I just don't know what to do about... I don't know if I need to do anything about this middle section that's kind of not perfectly connected. I don't know if there's much of a point. Oops. All right. That's kind of a problem. Whoops. No, don't get tangled up in the other tree. Sure would be nice if I had some sort of a Technic axle going down there, but what are you gonna do, I guess? So what is one supposed to do on the top here? Just kind of flake these branches out like so. All right, I mean, that looks pretty good. All these extra branches. I don't really think I should use them. I think I should save them for other stuff. I think 48 is just overkill. What do I want to do? What would be the best way to lock all these together? I guess I could do something like this. I can do something on the other side that's basically the same. Yep. All those go together. That looks pretty nice. The question is, do I need to fill in? I've got these other leaves. Should I fill in more between each level here, or should I just let it be the way it is? I don't know. Let's take this top off. Maybe we'll sprinkle in a couple, but nothing too crazy. So maybe like one over here. One over here. One over here. Oh gosh, and one over here. All right, I'm gonna keep the rest of the leaves. I might put them in something else down the road. But otherwise, I mean, I think this tree looks good as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 39 leaves instead of 48 leaves. I think that's okay. I am happy to have some extra leaves to be able to do stuff with. I have like none right now, so it'll be a fine addition to my collection. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. So we put together this majestic tree right here. This wasn't actually that annoying. Put together a bunch of little mushrooms and this swamp tree, which looks awesome as well. These two little cherry blossom trees. Where are they all going to go on the board? That's the $1 million question, but I think I'll figure that out after I've put together all of the trees. I've got like quite a few to go. So you'll probably see me streaming. I'm gonna guess multiple times this week. It's gonna be my guess as I put together all these trees. Hopefully I can put out another video too, something that's not just me putting together a bunch of trees. We'll see if that happens or not. But yeah, that's it. Otherwise, my friends, be happy, be healthy, be well, and I'll see you next time here in the Circle of Realms.